Hello, everyone, and welcome to my stream tonight. I am going to be trying to finish up the Sharrowite piece tonight. We'll see how far we get and if we actually do get it finished or not, but we will make a good attempt at it. So let's check my settings real fast and verify that's all okay. And let's check that. Let's see if that works. Did he not? Okay, let's try that again. Hey, all right, we have it. Tags are now working. Hallelujah. Okay, let's get to work. It's really freaking warm in here. Oh, that was weird. The light flickered in and out the ring light, and it got really bright, and then it was back to normal. Bubby's checking out the light situation. Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. Thank you for looking into that, hubby. All right, yeah. Here. I don't want it brighter. Brighter is not what I wanted. That's way too dark. Right there. Green, blue, or redder. I want it like natural light. That's too red. He's up on the blue. Okay. Right there. Right. So I'm kind of just sort of slightly on the red range. All right, cool beans. Thank you.
But you can see how much brighter it can go. You can see how much brighter it can go.
Yes, I don't want it that much brighter. That was blinding. There's an IHOP there, huh? How far away is it? Do I even want to know? North side of the mall, SkyTrain station is on the south side. I didn't know there was a mall at Lougheed. Looking at the map that hubby's got up. So, where's the SkyTrain station in reference? Right there. Oh boy.
That's where I'm kidding.
Yeah. Might be. I don't know. We'll see about tomorrow when we get there. That seems like a lot of walking for me, but well, I know I need to get more walking in. The knees and the ankle or heel are not exactly happy with such situations. So it takes us from work down to, what is it, East Lake, and then it's not that bad of a walk from work.
No, that's a drive.
Or you can drive it?
That's the walk.
No, it's a half-hour walk. Yeah. What's in the actual mall where I'm getting my stuff done tomorrow for immigration? Come on, Needle. Work with me. Hey! You learned a new thing to hate about your work fan, huh, Chevet girl? So what was that? What do you hate about your work fan? Enlighten me. Has no manual lock knobs, so if the electric lock mechanism fails, there is no way to lock that door. Oh, ew. Brody. $800 for a new actuator. Jeepers creepers. That's sucky. I firmly believe most of the engineers that do these designs have never actually ridden in those vehicles themselves to actually know what the dangers and the weirdness is with each vehicle. So, it's a bunch of people sitting around making designs and then never actually seeing what they are like after they're implemented. And then, of course, the prices of the parts are absolutely astronomical. Well, that too. That's part of it, hubby. But as we all know, at least the design engineers at the company we work for don't have much going for them. I was going to say, if your boss drives a Beamer, yes, he knows what ludicrous repair prices are. He can fix it. Exactly, Chevette girl, exactly. That's how they make their money. No, nothing is built to last anymore, and it's disgusting. When I was... Now, bear in mind that my grandmother on my mom's side died in... Was it 1970? Okay. And a few years before she passed away, she had bought a washing machine. And that washing machine was the same washing machine that my mother had until I was in college. That's when it finally died. I was born in 76. So by the time I was born, that washing machine was already about 8 years old, 7, 8 years old. It lasted until I was in college. And then it had a part go on it that my mother wanted fixed. And then the guy who came to look at it said, I can't get these parts anymore. Yeah. Oh, Samsungs and LGs only have about a 4 to 5 year lifespan as far as washers and dryers. I will never buy another Samsung or LG home appliance. So you're saving on your electric bill, yeah. I mean, it helps to save on your electric bill, don't get me wrong, but almost all your appliances are Kenmore. Yeah, the older Kenmores were excellent. They were excellent things to have. My sister. All right. Gotta cut out these earrings. The newer Kenmore stuff, yeah, that's so great. As far as appliances go, yeah, well, we had GE at our house in Arizona that we moved from back in May. We had GE there that the builder had put in. What freaking hunks of junk. Within 2.5 years, the racks in the dishwasher had rusted clean through. We had to replace the dishwasher. The microwave started doing some really funky stuff. Ended up replacing that. So all total, and the stove decided in the middle of doing all my Christmas baking to pretty much die. It had a fire in the bottom of it, which was partially my fault of fire. But then after we got everything cleaned up from that, and it was still functioning okay, because what had happened is something had spilled over inside the oven as I was baking. I was making cornbread, and it got a little too happy in the pan and went floop over the side. So we cleaned that up. Everything was great. Cleaned the oven. Nothing wrong. I'm cooking along, and I'm making dinner one night, and I'm like, smelling them like, what is that odor? Something was burning inside the oven that smelled like burnt wiring. I'm like, oh no. So I didn't use it for like several weeks while we went and looked for a new oven, new stove and oven. And we ended up with a KitchenAid, because KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and Maytag are all made by the same people. But I will never touch another GE product. They were just... no. And then, of course, I look at all the GE products that were in the house, and I look at where they're made. It all said made in China on it. I'm like, yeah, okay. So it was the stove, the dishwasher, and the microwave we replaced. And then we ended up replacing our washer and dryer that we had brought with us to the house.
Fireworks outside?
That is fireworks, yes. That is fireworks you hear. Some idiot is setting them off out there. Yeah, if it's from the 80s, it was probably made on the North American continent. Anything after that, I question. They still had manufacturing in the States in the 80s, or at least in Canada and the States. And blue. His first dishwasher was a GE. Yeah, my mom, the washer that had been her mother's that she had until I was in college was a Maytag. So that's what she's really loved is Maytags. I mean, there is, at least they used to be extremely dependable. Hey, if it cleaned the dishes, that's all that matters. Yeah, we had a KitchenAid in most of the so our appliances in the US that we ended up replacing with, we had a KitchenAid dishwasher, KitchenAid stove, Whirlpool microwave. And that's what we ended up with when we replaced everything in the kitchen. And the other thing, do not get an LG fridge. We bought one that we really, really thought was wonderful when we went to move into the house in Arizona in 2014. And yeah, that thing was a nightmare from day one. It came to us apparently from the factory with a defect in it. A defect that incidentally LG knew about. Because I was later included on a lawsuit about it, which I was just like, yeah, okay. I looked at the amount of things that had been filed on. I said, yeah, we'd get like $5 out of it. Not even worth even bothering to go with it. So, but we had them out there like 3-4 times to repair that darn thing. And the guy who was repairing it, he looked at me and he said, I am going to go to the company for you and tell them that if I have to come out here again and fix this, they're giving you a new fridge. And basically, the last repair he did actually worked. And we're like, whatever you did, don't touch it. It's working. It had something to do with it turned out that the inside of the back of the entire fridge and freezer unit was actually warped. So the gaskets and stuff were not properly fitting. So what he did is he went in there with an extra gasket. He actually stuffed an extra gasket around where it was warped. And once he did that, it worked fine. I'm like, don't touch it. It's working. Don't touch it. Because otherwise the freezer wasn't keeping anything frozen. Right from the manufacturer. You got a free one from the electric company. Well, being a free one is never a bad thing. All right. So now what I'm going to do, now that that is on the backing, I'm going to let that dry. And I am going to work on the neck piece. Well, yeah. If there's nothing wrong with that price. That price is golden. Anytime you get something for free that works, it's never you just say thank you. How would they pay if somebody wants to give me something for free? I'm certainly not going to complain about it. Yeah. I'd have them remove the one that was doing nasty stuff. And, yeah. Thing is, most Whirlpools, KitchenAids, and Maytags are still made in the United States. Now, granted, there are some that are not. Your smaller appliances are made overseas. Hey there, Rock. No problem. You just go right on ahead and lurk. That's what makes Twitch go round. Ah, you're imaging. No problem. Yeah, I think Astro Canuck was imaging too. Image while you got the chance, you know? Lord knows you don't get many chances for that. I like that. The Imperial Icebox because the noises it makes. That is awesome. That is awesome. I like that one. Good. How does it fit? Does it work well for you? I know you were spending quite a bit of time on that. You wanted to get it done for the weekend, but spent Friday failing to get the zipper in straight. Oh, I hate that when that happens. When you want to get something done and it's just not working right. That is like the biggest disappointment. Turned out it wasn't the zipper that was uneven. Oh boy. Ooh, that sucks. That's like even worse than the zipper just not going in right. That's like totally ick. Now, why are you stuck there? Well, that's good to hear. At least that went in your favor. I mean, let's count our blessings. Usually good with zippers and lousy with seams. Fair. That's fair. You wouldn't be the first person to have that issue. Sure, you won't be the last. I myself have not put a zipper in place yet. I haven't needed to. But, you know, I have had to repair stuff. That's a little different. Yeah. If it looks good and you think it looks great, then go with it. Your second ever line garment? Okay, I will consider that a very big accomplishment then. That is a great thing. And I say that with lots of admiration because I have not done a lined garment. Why are you a bad example? Oh, your first ever garment was 4 layers thick. Wow, fine garment, 4 layers. What kind of garment was that it was 4 layers thick? Holy smokes. That's... wow. Wow. That's quite the accomplishment there. Now why will these beads not go down this wire? Come on, you got on there. Based on a kefta from Shadow and Bone. What is wrong with these beads? They will not... Try 4 different beads. Huh? That worked. You ever just tried to steal part of your giant Toblerone bar? Well, maybe he's got a chocolate craving, or she. But I can't imagine that would be good for them. I know chocolate's poisonous to dogs. I don't know what it would do to a rabbit. Okay. Grab stainless steel jump rings. You're okay? You do. I have a dog down here that's a little scared of my rustling around here. Your last buddy stole M&M's, so that's hilarious. Oh, but I'm sure the sugar isn't all that great for him. He's the thief. He steals the wrappers. That's hilarious. That is funny. Oh my goodness. Okay. Figure out what I want to. Here and here. Just like, no. I have some ideas. I gotta grab something off my shelf back here. All right. Jesus. All right. Oh, fortunately, I haven't called something straight. Well, that's good. I'd hate for him to think his food was nasty. Don't join toothpin it just yet. We'll get these. Yeah, I'm sure his guts really were grumbling after that one. That's true. You just got to adjust for that. You know what's going to happen, so you adjust for it.
Great gift.
Oh, jeez. Sounds like a bit of a kleptomaniac for a rabbit. Baskets. Sure, because you're not using them. So if you're not using them, they become uninteresting. That's how that all works. You pull a pin out of the corset strap this morning. Oh boy. That sounds ouchy. Molly desperately wanted to curl up on the couch downstairs. Ah, so that's why I have a Lavina at my feet instead. Got it. He likes pulling pins out of your pincushion. That's hilarious. Really, that astounds me that the rabbit wants to do that. Rabbits are not exact musical puppers. Yeah, the two puppers like to well, if they want attention, they will go downstairs to my in-laws who are currently sitting in the family room downstairs. So Molly apparently wanted to go sit with them, so he got up and went and let them in. He steals your pattern weights too. Wow, that's one industrious bunny. That is a very industrious bunny. Pens and pencils too. He has a fetish for shiny things? But that's what this is sounding like. You think you're crowing his ancestor. That's hilarious. I love it. Love it. He sounds hilarious. He's probably left you laughing your butt off so many times. The zoomies are generally about a foot off the ground. That's even funnier. That is just that's hilarious. Let go. A super long-eared pony on a bucking spree. That's hilarious. So hilarious. That works. I like that description. Yeah, that works. That works well, actually. That works very well for a description of bunnies. Probably one of the more appropriate descriptions. Ah. I wouldn't know what any of those smelled like, so... I'm technically actually allergic to bunnies and horses, so I stay away. I tested out allergic to them. Sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm pretty close to it. Pretty darn close to that. I am, according to some tests, technically allergic to my dogs. But they've never given me a problem, so yeah. My cat allergy, however, is pretty bad. That one causes my eustachian tubes to go shut and gives me nasty ear infections that go into sinus infections and bronchitis. So that allergy I have to be very, 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 very careful with. From age 12 to early 40s, okay. Yeah, I would say at this point that you're pretty much immune to most of those things, allergy wise. Yeah, well, I have asthma too. Um, However, the steroid inhaler does some wicked freaking things to me. Makes me shake really, really super bad. For starters. You're very allergic to hay. Yeah, so am I. Like, contact and inhaled allergy. It sucks, but it is what it is. All right. Now that that part is done. Yeah, even one cat is too much for my allergies. It sucks because I love cats. Ooh. See, we found out I'm very, very, very horribly allergic to conifers. Like, if I were to go outside right now to a pine tree and just rub my arm against it, I would break out in a giant purple raised rash. And if I'm around them long enough, it would go into pneumonia on me too. It would start out like bronchitis and go right into pneumonia. It's my conifer allergy is worse than the one my mother has. My mother's allergic to conifers too, but not like me. That one's really super bad. So, like, can't have a real tree in the house at Christmas kind of thing, because I can't get near it. Amen to that. At least you're not allergic to that. So far, knock on wood, I have not had that problem either. Okay, so the pendant is done. Let's check out. So there's the memory wire choker part of it. There's the pendant part of it. Let's see how these guys are doing. You have 4 hives at your mom's. You better not get allergic. Yeah, that would suck. Amen to that. Listen. at least you're able to work with them. I work with different allergies by avoiding the allergen completely. Because the symptoms of the allergy are so miserable that, it just doesn't pay for me to have exposure. And the funny thing with the conifer allergy is I worked at a nursery yard. When the allergy decided to really get bad, I was working at a nursery yard, and every single Christmas season, we got in pre-cut fir trees from up north. At the time, I lived in Western New York State, and we would get pre-cut fir trees that would come to us from Lake Vermont. Okay. And we'd unbale them in the yard, and we'd bale them up for the people who wanted it baled and stuff. But they would come baled up, and we'd have to unbale them and make them look pretty for sale and everything. And that meant my arms and my hands were in there. It meant I had the stuff brushing across my face. And initially, my conifer allergy was just contact. It would just be a rash, and I'd have to take Benadryl, and I'd be okay. And then the last full Christmas season that I worked there, I ended up with a sinus infection, ear infection, and bronchitis all at the same time. And the doctor said, "This is not normal. What on earth are you working with?" And so I told him, and he goes, "Do you have an allergy and stuff?" I said, "Well, I got a contact allergy." And so he said, "Well, watch yourself around it and see how you feel." Well, okay, fine. Well, I was getting better, and I went back to work at the nursery yard. And I went out to work in the trees, and I felt my chest tighten right up, and I realized, oh my, the pine allergy has become inhaled as well. So I had to basically go to a hands-off approach to the trees, which sucked, but it was what it was. See, I won't go near rats, but that's, that's just a personal thing, so. I understand that some people love having them as pets, and that's fine. Not for me. I've never had a hamster, so I wouldn't know, because I'm allergic to hamsters too. Hamsters, gerbils, all that stuff. when I was the nursery manager back east, the place I worked at had an animal department, and they sold all sorts of animals. They had rats, hamsters, gerbils, chinchillas, ferrets, snakes, lizards, all sorts of things. I could not go back in that one. I could not go back in that department too often. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to assume you're allergic to anything with fur too, based on that. Oh, I've been going for an hour and a half. I had no idea. I've just been so engrossed in what I'm doing here. Well, I can guarantee if you're allergic to all those other things, you're probably allergic to those. Yeah. Yeah, I think I better get you a thread. That's getting a little short. Ooh. See, my mom has a very interesting problem. She had her thyroid removed, well, part of her thyroid removed in 2004. She had a precancerous tumor on it and a nasty, nasty goiter, okay? So they went in, they did the surgery, and she developed this really interesting allergy whereby if she's exposed to extreme cold, she can be dressed in really warm clothing, okay? But if she goes outside in extreme cold for long periods of time, like say, and when I say long periods of time, I'm talking more than 5 minutes, okay? Not the amount of time it takes to go from the house to the car or back. But if she's out there more than 5 minutes, say shoveling snow or something like that, she breaks out in hives all over her body. And she actually has an allergy to temperature changes, of all things, ever since she had her thyroid out. It is the weirdest thing. And so when it happens, she's got a special medication the doctor gave her to take. And she's even gotten it from heat in the summer. So it's like, okay, we need to figure out where we can put you climate-wise, where it's not too cold, not too hot. That wasn't Arizona where we got from, because they get wicked hot in the summer. So yeah. Asthma attack eating ice cream. Holy smokes. Okay, that stupid cold right now. Mine, it's 31 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's on the cold side, but that's not stupid cold like it gets back east where I'm from. My mother and father still live back east, and there were moments in time, Third Rock, when I was working there, I'd have to get up really early in the morning and go to work, and it would be minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit on the thermometer. That's stupid cold. Hey, CC! Thank you for the raid! And why is my needle misbehaving? Well, I don't know where you were living in upstate New York, Third Rock, but we were outside of Rochester. And when the cold Arctic winds started coming down over Canada into New York State, we always got hammered with the cold. I don't know. You were over by Little Falls. Hey, Cece, go ahead and give yourself a shout out. Since you're my mod, you can do that. Near Herkimer and Utica. Okay, so you were you were about 6 hours to the east of where my parents live. Thank you for doing that, Cece. I think my husband went to bed. We do have to get up at 4:30 in the morning because we're commuting into the office. And you consider that to be stupid cold. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that's definitely. I remember living in Wisconsin as a child, southern Wisconsin, and it really got cold there. And one day, my father walked my sister and I to the bus stop, and we're waiting in the blustery cold wind. We're bundled up in hats, scarves, mittens, the whole 9 freaking yards. We're waiting there at the bus stop. We're waiting. And my dad was like, bus should have been here 10 minutes ago. Why is the bus not here? So finally he said, okay, I'm walking you back to the house. You can't be standing out in this cold. So we're walking back to the house, and this guy drives past us. My dad, of course, this was in southern Wisconsin. It was a small town. My dad goes, hey, What's up? The bus hasn't come by to pick up the kids. The guy yells back, school's closed today. It's too cold. It's minus 80 Fahrenheit outside. That is nuts. That's what I grew up with as a child. Thankfully, I live now where the worst it usually gets is about maybe 20 degrees Fahrenheit here. And that's in a really, really cold winter. Icky. Minus 50 Celsius is not a nice temperature. Of course, on the other side of the spectrum, 50 degrees Celsius itself, plus 50 degrees Celsius, is not a nice temperature either. How's the imaging going, Third Rock? Cece, what were you working on tonight? Yeah, it's about -1 out here right now, too, so we have Arctic air coming down over BC right now. You had to fix the CEO's phone. That's hilarious. That is hilarious, CC. That's why you poofed for like a good 45 minutes. That's okay. I didn't know you had poofed. So you're fine. You're safe. Yeah. Yeah, when I was living in upstate New York, there was one time we woke up on Mother's Day to snow. I was like, really? Hey, Hootie Puff, thank you for the raid. How are you tonight? Thank you for coming in with all your friends and stuff. I really appreciate it. So what were you working on tonight? Cece, you want to give Hootie Puff a shout out, please? The weather is weird. The weather is really weird. Hello, Original Bad Man. How you doing? Thank you for coming on in. So this is what I've been working on. This is the pendant. Thank you for giving the shout out to Hootie Puff. So here is the necklace that I just finished, and right now I'm working on the earrings for it. This is a memory wire necklace. It needs no clasp. It'd be super helpful if you didn't have Twitch muted. I agree. I really agree, Hootie Puff. So what were you working on? You're tired, Bad Man? You're tired? Yeah, I know that feeling. I got to be up at 4:30 in the morning and go into the office. So I am... Well, it's 9 o'clock now. I'll probably go for at least another hour. Thank you for the follow, Original Bad Man. So this is what I do. I make jewelry using beads and beautiful stones. And this is a choker that I made, and I'm working on the earrings now. Some fingerless gloves. Your office is freezing and your hands are angry. Yep. Okay. I can get... You must be on the East Coast, Bad Man. If you're talking about it being midnight there, it's got to be the East Coast, which is where I'm from, so... Right now it's 9 o'clock here in British Columbia. I think I'm going to make an abbreviated version. No. And I will need my hips. So what was the story about the phone, CC? I really have to hear about this. So Hootie Puff, what color are your gloves you're making? Oh, you're going to get a lot of rain out of that, Bad Man. You were like, I need you to call this number. Yeah? Okay, so you're not far out of Tallahassee then. That's... Yeah, you're expecting some wicked weather. I don't envy you in the least. Actually, I'm gonna need these. You were there a little bit more than a hot minute. You were there several years, CC. Yes, well, Cece, you were married to somebody there, so, that kind of. WH have closed so far? WH? I guess this must be a Georgia thing. Waffle House. Ah! Okay. Yep, I know what a Waffle House is. We had those in Arizona. Went to one just once, and my husband and I said never again. I think they're based out of Georgia. Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Waffle House like one of those places that never closes? It was in your area? Yeah, it is pretty negative sometimes on the news, I'll give you that. I don't watch it too often myself. We listen to the news on the radio up here on the way into work sometimes, because it's a respected station in the area, and they give you the news and they give it to you. They just tell you what's going on. They don't really give you their opinion on it. They just say this is what's going on, and they let you figure it out on your own. It's fine by me. All that talking head nonsense on the news down in the States drove me bonkers when I lived there. I don't need somebody telling me how to think. That's quite the, yeah, I have medical issues too, but mine aren't that bad. I honestly say I did not have to deal with that. That's pretty awful. I'm sorry you have to go through that. Have ads starting in a little over 3 minutes, folks, just so you know. I may take a quick break to get up and stretch. So give me a second here and I'll probably do that. I'll run my ads on my break. And let me put that over there. All right. Yeah. Fine work. All right. I'm going to go on break, folks. I will be right back. I'm going to put up words on stream for you. And we are going to hit